All right, starting. Here we go. Bring us in,
Hello.
Nacho.
Hi, welcome to the Full Cat Podcast. We're a podcast. Follow us
Wow.
on Twitter, give us a like, and comment how much we suck and how bad it was for us to start a podcast right now. Because yes, the league is going under, but it's fine. It'll be good.
Hey, Nacho,
I'm
what's our podcast
Nacho.
about?
Overwatch and probably something else by next year, but don't worry about it.
We do a Fortnite podcast where we talk
Sure.
about Goku.
Actually, that's actually probably way more
Patrick
interesting.
Mahomes was added to Fortnite.
So
That's
Goku.
enough.
There's a
Yeah,
Destiny
anyway.
Fortnite crossover now.
So moving
Battle
on.
Bus and Destiny.
Wait, is there really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
We can talk about that later, though.
Yeah, that's so much cooler
Alright.
than anything the Overwatch League did.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well,
Guaranteed.
We'll see. We'll see.
Shut up, Blue.
So let me introduce us. I'm Nacho. We got Hockey. Say hi, Hockey.
That's me.
Hi, Hockey Skater 8. Hi, DJ, aka Prom 15E.
That's me.
Hi, DJ. And we got
Hi.
Perfected Blue. Hi, Blue.
Take off your
Cool.
shirt!
Follow us
look-
on Twitter or
Who said
don't.
that?
It's probably a bad idea to follow us on Twitter.
No, definitely follow us
Uh,
on Twitter. It's all fire and Nacho Horny posts, so you get to see a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I've been slacking lately. I had a really tough last week, and I'm sad I didn't get to make it for the last episode, but it's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
okay,
I would also
Nacho.
just like to point out for everybody that Blue does have anime figures and a Vaporeon next to his anime figures.
Yeah. Don't read too much into that.
Did you guys know that Vaporeon?
No, shut up.
all right.
We're trying to get
Oh,
sponsors.
Sponsor
Okay, then
money.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
No way. There's no way.
We need our Coinbase
Anyway.
sponsor.
Manscaped. Shout out to
Raid
Manscaped.
Shadow
Take their money.
Legends.
I will take
Raid's up
money
there too.
All right.
Okay, so we left off last week. I think the last thing that happened last week was the mag trade to Boston.
Yes.
So that's cool.
Mr. Magazine
Uh,
himself.
Justice went on a little bit of a fire sale beyond that as well.
All right. You want me to pull this
You
up?
want to talk about
Sure.
how
pull 'em up.
Boston looked with Mag?
Let's just talk about.
We'll do that later.
We'll
when
talk
we
about Washington's
games.
stuff. So I'm gonna
Okay,
pull up
Yeah.
the screen here, where the first one that's gone is Happy. Bye,
Bye,
Happy.
Pretty
Oh.
sad.
See you later.
Hi, happy.
Happyant. Sad.
Me when my depression returns.
Dude.
So
Happy is headed over to the LA Gladiators.
yeah, that was quite the pickup,
Gladiators.
huh?
Yeah, dude.
They're
LA.
not. Well, they are kind of sad right now,
Yeah,
actually.
they are.
Well, yeah, LA Gladiators, because Patty's got a wrist injury. He's out. He's gone.
He's out for the
Oh, yeah.
stage, not for the
You guys,
season.
you guys kind of alluded to that at the end of the last episode, but I don't think the news was actually out yet.
Yeah,
that
we didn't know that he was for
he-
sure gone.
Yeah, for sure, sitting out. So that's a thing. But they have Happy, who was an incredible pickup.
Happy.
Yes.
Fuck it, good pickup.
Probably the best, most not the best, most consistent NA hit scan, but like besides Kai, probably the
One
best.
of the best. One of the best hit scans.
One of the
in A.
best.
One of the best.
Definitely
yeah.
one of the best. So anyway,
And
Um,
then I'll pull up the next tweet from Washington
Dude,
Justice.
it's crazy if you were to tell
they're
me in
brand new.
2020 that
brand
Ops
new-
can be on the bench.
Yeah,
Hey,
Vigilante
we
just
have
came of age,
Vigilante.
and he's already gone.
he gone.
That's
He gone though.
crazy.
He gone for real.
Bummer. Money do be tight.
All I'm saying
But-
though is that double flex support Atlanta's looking better now. A lot better.
Atlanta's kind of crazy.
They're getting
Vigilante,
stacked.
coming to the Overwatch League was probably the top flex support coming out of Korea, which means he was the top flex support overall. Obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Yeah.
his
He was.
contract was definitely pretty pricey. And
Oh, yeah.
for
I mean,
Atlanta
all
to
these
take that on,
contracts
that's-
were honestly.
Yeah, honestly, all the Washington ones. What they were like A tier. on
Mag
the
last
budget tier
season.
list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mag.
And Decay was
Mag.
getting the bag. Let's be
No.
honest.
No, remember the
Happy
budget tier
too?
list? They were like a C or a B, I think.
No, they were like B or A. They weren't top, but they weren't
Yeah,
like.
they weren't the
sucking.
really way top, but
No, they
Yeah.
weren't like S, but
yeah.
they
Can I just
had big
point out,
contracts
what
for
is
sure.
Vigilante's
Mag
profile
was
picture?
big. Vigilante's big. I'm sure Happy was
What?
not cheap.
Never mind. Yeah.
Good.
No. These are some expensive players that they signed, and then
Oh, they're good.
Then
They're good
dropped.
players.
Got rid of them. They're expensive for a reason.
I'm
obviously.
Yeah.
gonna pull up the. I don't have the tweet for Vigilante, but I do have the one for Happy. Look, there we go. There's LA Gladiators saying "Welcome to Happy." Yay!
He's so happy.
He's so happy. Except he's frowning in the picture. So like, Weird champ.
Well, you can't be too
Yeah, a bit
happy.
weird.
You can't be too happy. You're playing Overwatch for a living.
What's up with that? Yeah.
That's real. Yeah, imagine playing Overwatch. Kind of cringe.
Dang. Who would do that?
Couldn't be me.
So
Couldn't be
yeah, Vigilante on
Trumpety.
Atlanta. That's cool. And speedily comes of age this weekend, or will play this weekend, I
Yeah.
think.
Really?
So
Yeah.
Their first match that Speedly's of age is against none other but the London Spitfire. It's gonna be a
yeah, it's
match.
gonna be,
Dude,
that'll
gonna
be a
be-
fun match actually.
Speedily's welcome to the Overwatch League moment, and it's gonna be Hottie just fucking
Dude, Hottie
just
just
pinning him out of nowhere.
dicking
Dude,
him or something.
beating him down.
We'll see. We'll see.
Absolutely just
Oh.
beating him down.
It's his birthday too,
Um,
by the way. That match is his birthday.
Wow.
Well, there you go.
He's gonna get
Happy
the
birthday,
present then.
speedily. Yeah.
He's about to use his
And
birthday
that's-
beatdown.
That's kind of all that happened last week. And then
Silliness had,
today,
yeah.
randomly, or
Yesterday.
is there
I think it
anything
was.
else that happened?
Well, you missed
not
the
really.
London Spitfire one.
Oh yeah, correct.
The
Kaan,
man, the myth,
who
the
was-
legend, Kaan Overwatch.
Fun.
yeah,
Kaan
who
on
was
his
dropped
pay-per-view?
by the Paris Eternal, was picked up by London.
Yep.
So that's cool. I think that also
Um,
helps improve them quite a bit.
I
Yeah.
agree. I think Kaan is was kind of slept on a little bit. I think he's gonna come in.
Outrageously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely slept on. Very
Like
good
my
player.
man's put up a Rookie of the Year performance last year.
He
but
did.
Yeah,
On Paris.
Yeah.
on Paris, yeah. Who like he really helped them, and I think he was second place. Oh, Pelican got a lot of the votes last year, but
was
Kaan was
Pelican.
technically second place in the
Alright.
in the number of votes. So
Yeah. Pulling up something that I did not see coming, but Halo of Thoughts did talk about. Ir1s.
You said
Yeah.
it right. I'm so proud of you.
I know.
Good job.
Ir1s. Ir1s go bye-bye. Actually, Ir1s goes to Seoul.
Yeah,
He went to
it
Seoul.
does go to Seoul. This is actually a really interesting trade.
He got
like,
Seoul and Houston got Creative, by the way.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
I'll scroll through the tweets real
Okay.
fast.
Seoul traded Creative to the Houston Outlaws for Ir1s, and I think it's a little bit of a. I mean, obviously they were trying to move Ir1s already, but for Seoul it's just like an immediate upgrade. Well, it's not a huge upgrade, but it is an upgrade, right? Like, it's not that Creative was like bad or anything, but obviously,
I'd probably say an upgrade based on what we've seen in the past. Ir1s is a very strong player. His Batiste is really strong. I'd say Zen
Yeah.
is really strong. Creative was having a really good year up to
he
this
really
point.
was.
He really was. I'm not sure if it was because Seoul like was just a more talented roster compared to like Houston, because Ir1s did have he's had a rough season so far. I'd say like he's had some like individual greatness, but overall
That first
Houston has-
first series against
Yeah,
Fuel,
he
he kind of
had
he pounded.
yeah, he hit some insane
Started off the
sleeps
season.
and everything. But yeah, Creative was on a very good team. It felt like he wasn't really like the issue or anything. It was just he was surrounded by what, like Smurf, Prophet, Vendame, Fitz, Stalker. Like,
Stalker.
Stalker,
Yeah.
yeah. Like,
are you kidding me?
Yep.
Like you that's a lot of
they could
talent.
they could
around him.
carry anybody. So
True.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
Also,
he at least wasn't a
base.
detriment.
He wasn't the problem, but there are better flex support players in the league, and I think Ir1s was one of them.
I
Yeah.
definitely they definitely got one. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And good for Ir1s, and hopefully the other thing that I saw going around today was when does Creative even get to the US to play with them?
Yeah.
It's like he's going to be playing on paying until he can get his.
Yeah.
I assume he doesn't have a visa, but maybe he does, because I think I heard a long time ago that because they planned on having in-person events in the U.S., that most of the players already had a visa worked out because
Oh.
they planned to be traveling. But I don't know if that's true or not. And I think we'll find out pretty quickly, because if he's playing on ping for more than a couple of weeks, then obviously like it's just taken a while to get him over here.
Will he even play though? I mean, Ir1s was benched for Lastro. They have Lastro left.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
I think it's a situation
Lastro.
of I feel like Lastro's strongest heroes are those like Lastro's a very flexible player, but I think specifically
Creative
his
player, too.
Zen and his Zen and like his BAP are very strong. Lastro's are, and Ir1s kind of had a I don't want to say like an overlap, but they were really good at like similar characters. I don't think
Yeah.
Ir1s' Ana's the strongest in the league. And
No,
your
I completely
From
agree.
Houston's side, they're replacing him with Creative, who was up until like very recently, he was known as like the Ana one trick. He has flexed over to a couple heroes and has looked pretty good on them, but I'd say his Ana is very strong. And so I think that synergistically is better with Lastro. But yeah, it is yeah, weird trade overall, I'd say.
Yeah.
I really just think it's, I don't know. It's got to be like a budget thing or a person. Well, I want to say like a personality thing, not really, but
It could have also been like they needed somebody to
Ir1s maybe
go.
wanted out. You know.
Yeah, Ir1s maybe wanted out. Maybe
Yeah.
Creative wanted out. Who knows?
Yeah.
Poor Pelican,
Who
man.
knows?
He's losing all his friends.
Oh,
Dude, Pelican's
poor-
literally
poor
crying in a corner
Pelican.
right now.
Yeah, it's
He's had a rough go in this league since he got into it.
He
yeah.
really
Honestly,
Yeah.
has.
like,
He had to play for Atlanta. That's got to be rough.
well, that and then remember in the playoffs he
Bro.
had to play from LA
Yeah.
His
Yeah,
lungs.
because he couldn't
couldn't
fly. Like
Yeah,
he was away
his
from the
lung
team.
went
Couldn't-
boom.
Keep
Yeah.
in mind, while playing on
Oh,
ping,
yeah.
he still finished second place.
Yeah, right.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's
He's
insane.
crazy.
And he was the best player on that team too. Finished
Yeah.
second
Yeah,
place.
by
That was,
far.
that was insane.
You can still say that. So-
Yeah. So,
Pain.
I think the next thing we should talk about is we did talk about, or DJ alluded to it, I guess, earlier, was we talked last week about Mag going to Boston. Should we talk about his performance maybe a little bit and how they could try to bench Punk for like the 17th time?
It's the Toby effect, I'm telling you. They keep finding people to replace them. He steals their power and then he starts again. It's that
You
easy.
can't replace Punk. Punk is
It's
so
clear.
good.
It's not worked out
There's-
yet.
There was the meme of like Doom guy in like the poster pose where it's just had Punk laid over him, just fighting off all the other tank players that have been on that team.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
is
yeah.
it's a weird move on Boston's part. Like I totally get like Mag is a very, I don't know. I had to stop
He's
myself
very
from
good.
saying
He
a
is
very good player. He is
he
very
is.
good. It doesn't
Yeah.
feel right to say that, but he is.
Well, he's
but
had
it's not like
Washington syndrome.
it's not like Punk was a problem, you know. So like,
Yeah.
why, if you're going to spend money in any area to upgrade a position, you spend it at tank where you already have Punk that's working out pretty well.
Yeah.
They still have Itzal on the roster, by the way. Just fun fact.
I
Who?
would say
Yeah,
to, like,
for how
the
much
Itzo
longer?
for like the Itzo part, Punk as like Punk's ridiculously good. Maybe you bring in Mag, so later down the line, if there's a heavy main tank meta, they have a very strong main tank right there. But yeah, it is very weird for Punk to just be benched on the Junker Queen. It's literally an Australian hero. Like, come on, guys. It's
And he played it really good. Like,
Yeah.
Against Atlanta, people started calling him the Punker Queen.
yeah.
He
To
looks
be
really
fair to
good.
Mag, though, to be fair to Mag, okay, they go
Mag
one
is
in
really good.
6 in maps. They go 1 in 6 against Shock and Dallas, probably
Yeah.
two of like the strongest teams in the region.
I don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't hold that against Mag at all.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just,
yeah.
you know,
It is unfortunate for Punk. Maybe they just want Mag to get playtime. I'm not really sure, but yeah, rip my man's Punk. He's going to take the spot again at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
oh,
has
at
to.
Punk,
some
yeah.
point.
It's prophecy. It's like Toby, dude. If Toby wanted back, Toby comes back.
Like I said, he has something for Toby.
He
He's
just
doing the same thing Toby did.
He just absorbs their power.
He absorbs his competition.
Just gives them a little. Takes the
Yeah,
power.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the sound effect.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Oops, I knocked on my hat.
All right. So yeah,
All right, what
else?
I think Mag is a great player, like you guys all said. You can't replace Punk. You just can't.
You can't.
Can't be done. But speaking of Junker Queen, we did get some news this week
I'll
about
pull up the
Junker
Aaron
Queen.
Keller tweet right now for you.
Yeah. So Aaron Keller said that they recognized that Junker Queen was pretty strong, and I think he referenced specifically that they were watching Overwatch League and kind of realizing like, hey, this meta, not a lot of people like it. We're losing interest rapidly, both from players and from spectators, and they need to do something about it. So thankfully, at the end of this stage, they're going to push through a patch where Junker Queen hopefully will be weakened enough. Did they say how she'll be weakened?
No,
just
they
that
just
they're
said
gonna
they
change her?
are toning her back after the summer showdown, and those patches will
Okay.
go on the live game when that
So
drops.
hopefully it's enough to take her out of the full meta. Maybe some instances where she's still strong and still playable, but hopefully not like the only thing that can be played.
Yeah.
To that point, actually, in contenders today, like they're playing on a more later patch. No, or maybe it's the same patch. I don't know.
Same patch. Same patch.
Okay,
Same patch.
there is some wrecking ball being played. Like there are some teams who, like Lolsish, pulled out the wrecking ball and everything. And it did look like a legit strat. I still think Joker Queen is very strong and everything, but it's interesting to see how things will be changed as a result of Junker Queen eventually being nerfed down a
Also,
little bit.
the reaction of the community was very interesting. It would seem to be very split to me. I saw a lot of people being like, "Oh, thank God they're actually listening to us. They're going to change something. Wow, they don't really do that, you know." And then a bunch of people being like, "So why are you waiting till the launch? Like, what are we waiting for? Patch it now. End her now."
You can't patch.
I mean, that is kind of
mid-stage
weird.
lose competitive integrity.
Yeah, I
It is a
wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it in the middle of the stage
No.
at all, unless it's like a huge bug that's like
Well,
causing a
Junker,
really
God.
actual
Junker Queen.
problem.
Well,
Speaking of bugs,
speaking of
Which there are,
bugs,
which there are, but
the
never
double
mind
health
that.
scout bug.
Yeah,
that's-
that should probably be pushed through. But like,
Kaluge tweeted something saying there's also a bug where you get infinite jagged blade pull timer.
there
Yes.
was right. I
Yeah.
think in the original version, in the
Yeah.
the beta.
I just want to put
Um,
up a bad Pachamari's reaction to a
Bad
tweet.
Pachamari only tweet.
He doesn't miss. He
Good
doesn't
goat.
miss.
Does not miss. Blizz 2 weeks
Oh,
after
he
the
does
Junker,
miss with
after
his
2 weeks of the Junker
Reds.
Queen meta. Fucking not feeling that, baby. Ugh. All right.
no, but
Fire
that's
reply.
good. I'm glad that we won't see. Well, hopefully, won't see just the same meta for the rest of the season because that would be tough. I think.
That would be rough. This is actually more boring to watch than goats.
Oh,
My
nothing is as good as good goats to me.
True.
But
Real.
like,
agree.
Based.
but no, I mean this one isn't like the worst thing ever. It just sucks that like the most goats thing about it is that like you just lose if you don't play it. So
Yeah.
everyone has to play it.
It's like
But-
goats, but boring.
Right. Yeah, it is a little more boring. But hopefully we only have the rest of the stage to watch it. And
And then we can move on
maybe
to a
even
real
less if
meta.
people start busting out the ball. Or we'll talk about this more when we talk about the matches, but like I was thinking like obviously the Glads aren't winning we'll talk about it later.
Well, yeah, we'll
because
talk
they
about the
can win.
Glads in a second.
They can win in this meta. They just haven't.
My
but
only
they will.
hope is with the Junker Queen nerf, because the game's only being played at the Overwatch League and Contenders level. They will listen to the feedback of the pros and not do what they
They
think
have no
will
choice right
work.
now. Yeah, it's the only feedback.
I just hope that's what I'm saying. I hope they'll just
so
listen.
much cope.
Funny joke. Funny joke.
That's all I'm hoping for.
They
They don't nerf her into the ground and listen to the pros' feedbacks and be like, "Hey, this is what's too overtuned. Let's tone back that." Is this
Speaking
good
of pro
pros?
feedback, so the London Spitfire recently parted ways with their assistant coach, Spilo or Spilo,
Spilo.
Spilo.
Mm,
Sure.
I think that's what it is.
Okay, I believe you.
Thank you.
And he put out a twitlonger, and he did a Reddit AMA. I don't have their AMA pulled up.
I've got the
for you.
twitlonger pulled up here though. I've got or the
Twitlonger's good.
tweet, and then I'll pull up the twitlonger next. The tweet just says parting ways with Spitfire, and he talks about his thoughts and thoughts on esports, contracts, and player health. Okay, getting rid of that. Going into the twitlonger. Oh my god, it's super long.
It's
but
very long, but
I would
it is
just-
pretty insightful. We don't
It
have
is.
to touch on everything.
There is one
there's
thing that I really like to touch on just right off the bat. He did talk to all the players, positive thoughts about the team, had some really great things to say about a lot of people, and Poco was there too. He just put idiot for Poco.
He talks.
He
about
mentioned him
Pokemon.
later.
Yeah, no,
It's-
it's all good. It's all
It's
good.
Poco.
All
It's
good.
Yeah,
Poco.
I think he could have
Dude,
put. He also just could have put the word French there. I think that would have been suffice.
That would have
Yeah,
been worse.
that would have been way
That would've
better.
probably been
Dude,
worse.
that's actually insulting. You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't. Respect your players somewhat.
How dare you acknowledge my Frenchness? But no, yeah, it was interesting to get an inside look at the Spitfire organization and just like the way contracts were done there, or specifically, I guess his
Yeah.
his opinion on like the future of the game and the esport. But to me, the most interesting part was his section on player health and growth, and just like the team mentality or uh, the mindset of grinding nonstop and the way it burns people out really quickly
True.
and the way they don't not he doesn't see a lot of teams focusing on like prioritizing player health and mental health and well-being because that's really important. Like that is in any league, your players are your sport, right?
Yeah, they're your bread and butter.
Without
They're
them,
everything.
you can't have fans or sponsors or anything. Like you don't have a game, so you have to take care of them first. And he's seeing that that's kind of going by the wayside. And I think we've kind of already touched on that with like the way player contracts are, with like the whole 30-day, um, what do they call that, buyout or whatever.
Yep.
So I don't know, just a lot of cool stuff. So I don't know. I don't know if we want to read through anything here, but like we'll probably link it in the description. So if you haven't seen it and read it already, you probably have. You're watching this podcast, like I'm sure you've seen it and read it. But if you haven't, you can go
Yep.
take a look yourself because it's pretty insightful. And I
And
don't know.
Nacho will link all of this stuff in the bio because that's his job and not mine.
Of course I will. I'll do it tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and you know what? Nacho's also gonna put timestamps for all of you guys. Nacho's gonna do a lot of hard work, so please make sure you leave a
look
comment.
Like
Leave
he's
a comment.
regretting
Okay,
it.
leave a comment about how great Nacho is.
I do
okay?
it. I do it in the
does-
bathroom at work.
Nacho does a lot of really hard work on this podcast. So everybody leave
And in
something
the bathroom at work.
in the bathroom at work. All right, I want you to
I'm
know
sitting. But yeah,
okay. Nacho's thinking about you while he's on the toilet. I want you to think about that. All right,
all of you.
That's a
every
lot.
single one of you. He's thinking
That's a
about
lot of
you.
respect.
He's thinking
Anyways.
about you.
Anyways.
Okay. So yeah, that was a thing.
So about getting sponsors, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, if the
I
yard
don't-
can
I
get
don't
sponsors,
either.
we can get sponsors. That's all I'm gonna say. All they do is talk about like come and piss, like shit.
Do you love
We
those
talk,
things?
we talk about Overwatch. It's arguably worse.
Yeah,
True.
way worse.
Dude, Overwatch League can't even get sponsors, bro. Come on.
Dude, for real. So we
Hit up
did talk. We
Manscaped.
we talked about Paris just a little bit. Can I pull up that tweet that you showed me earlier, Nacho? The Paris Eternal one.
Yeah,
All right, hold on. I'm gonna
so
turn the
sad.
I'm gonna turn the volume on for this one because the sound really makes it. Okay, cool.
Oh, the
overlay.
Shenzo one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the overlay's up. Just
Go again.
I like the ending where they put the Overwatch League slot back to contenders.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one that we had to see. So so do you,
I like how we all just
So
sat in
sad.
silence.
dude. You have to. You got to put some respect on that one. All right. Would you
Speaking of
Go ahead.
shit and piss and cum, let's look at the job you guys did actually.
like to?
Blue and I had nothing to do with the
Yeah.
picks last week, but
All right.
I didn't have much to do with them either. I got overruled on half the stuff.
Yeah, well, co-parter.
I got overruled.
Yeah, you got overruled, DJ.
Some of it I was wrong on.
Look,
but
look. I got
Some of it I
points
was wrong on.
the Rain Eternal game. Okay.
So did
don't know-
I. So did
don't know
I.
about you guys. I don't know about you guys. I got points on it.
I don't know. I don't know. All right, I should have it pulled up here in just a second. I definitely wasn't putting a stupid meme on the screen. There we go. I have our picks from last week up. Cool. So I guess we can start with the Titans versus New York Excelsior game. We predicted that New York would win 3-1.
Oh, ooh,
Mm.
Titans winning that. I had Titans winning that.
ooh.
But I got overruled on it.
We had Boston versus the San Francisco Shock. We had San Francisco Shock winning 3-1. They won 3-0.
Yeah.
expected.
Dallas Fuel Defiant. We said Dallas would win 3-0. They won 3-1. Not too bad. Houston Outlaws, we said would win 3-0 against the London Spitfire.
Well,
Hmm.
to give us credit, Houston and London look like completely different teams.
True. But also, to our credit, Coparter.
London's a good team, guys.
They are now. Last week they weren't.
All right. Let's talk
Our one
about
game.
Glads versus Shock. There's not a whole lot to say there. Glads are not looking as good as they have in the recent past.
That was a really good game, to be fair.
I mean, yeah,
Shock,
but Shock did
Shock
win
was like
3-1.
the better team.
Dude, I feel like Glads have looked decent somewhat.
Well,
over
they've
their
played some
losses.
really competitive teams.
Yeah, they've played like debatably the top 3 teams in the region right now, and then Houston.
in Houston,
And
Houston.
who at the time looked like one of the top 3 teams.
Who at the time looked pretty strong, but
Yeah,
we
at
don't
the
have to-
time.
we don't have to talk about Houston.
We do not. We already have.
All right. Moving on from that one. Florida Mayhem versus Washington Justice. We predicted Florida to win 3-0.
Well, hold on. Before that, we thought that before this week, Washington were going to completely implode and sign Paps. So we thought
That
it was
is
going to be
true.
Paps versus Mayhem.
That is very true. And they did not
It's worse
implode
than
and
that.
sign Peps.
So they did not sign Paps.
They
So
just kept their 5-man roster, and
And-
who knew? Assassin still really good.
Joe from
Callios-
Also,
Joe from accounting riding the bench.
yeah, Joe from
Yeah,
I think
accounting
he carried the game.
riding the
I thought
bench.
it was Fred from marketing. Come on now.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy though. They can just put one of their staff members in the slot and be like, "Hey, yo, that's our 6th player."
That does not seem right.
That
But
seems
Look,
New York did
hmm.
it for a bit with Cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, when Decay gets boomed, you already know
Dude,
Fred
when
from
dude-
marketing's marching in.
Dude, Fred
that
from
intern
Mar-
in
Coming
here.
in.
Get their
Dude.
social media manager in there
Dude, that'd be so based.
if they still have one.
Yeah, dude, have you seen Ballsack Esports just going after their social media person?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
They
Ballsack has
deserve it,
been
though. They have the worst
been
social
a-
media.
It's been brutal.
it's been brutal. Ballsack has been like just going after him, and I mean, to be fair, he's kind of right. All right.
Ballsack
Just
doesn't
doing
miss. So.
They're just doing the bad trends.
Yeah, true, real. All right, moving on. We predicted Fuel would win over Boston. We said it was gonna be a 3-0. It was a 3-1. The next game, DJ is just so mad about. Crying, pissing, shitting himself. We
You
predicted
guys
that-
said it was going to be a 3-2.
Yeah, we did.
Just-
We did in fact say it was gonna be a 3-2, and it in fact ended up being a 3-0 for Atlanta Reign.
Hmm,
Mm,
curious.
yeah, DJ.
Curious.
DJ, what'd you say we would be if we didn't get this one right?
I don't even remember. I was just so boomed.
Something about big stinky heads. So L5 and I will take that.
You guys are big stinky heads, yeah. Let's say
We'll
that.
take that. We'll take that. And then the last one was Glads versus Defiant. I mean, man, we really said Glads were gonna win 3-2, and they did not. Oh boy,
Yeah,
did they
that's-
not.
That series looked
Yeah.
pretty competitive, and then Dorado happened.
It looked really competitive
oh my gosh,
until it
that
didn't.
was so.
That was.
Dude,
Oh,
Toronto
shit.
played that so well, though. Oh
True.
my
It was
god.
like Glads played that really well, and then Toronto played that even weller.
True.
Even Weller.
Even Weller.
gooder. Come on now.
All right.
Okay, my bad,
so
my bad.
let's talk about APAC predictions. We said Guangzhou Charge versus Shanghai Dragons. We said it would be a 3-2 for Shanghai. It was a 3-0 for Shanghai.
Shanghai looks really good.
Shanghai
their
came out
matches.
swinging. We predicted Hangzhou Spark to 3-1 Seoul. They got 3-0'd by
What?
Seoul.
Ooh, that's rough, bro.
It's a Sojourn meta, and they have Shy, and they have Alpha Yi, who did not play.
Oh,
Yeah.
this.
Alpha U will play this upcoming week because.
So why
Okay.
didn't Alpha E
He's-
play again?
He was in
core team.
isolation, yeah.
Yeah, because he just went
Ah.
to China. Although, dude, Architect wasn't the issue. I'm gonna be honest. Architect was not the issue.
No,
I did
but
not.
it is.
I didn't
So
actually
it's
watch
funny to
it.
me. I watched that episode back, and I heard you guys just talk about, oh, the DPS isn't quite as impactful in this meta, blah blah blah, and then you immediately turned around and were like, oh yeah, they have Shy Alpha, they're gonna win. Like,
Well, yeah,
And
but,
Shy
but they're
Alpha E.
Shy and Alpha E.
yes, they are very good, but
To be
like,
honest,
you had Bernard, like Junker Queen versus Smurf Junker Queen. Like, come on.
That's yeah.
And
To be honest, though,
Profit Brig. Oh my
Profit
god.
Break came out
Pro-
of nowhere.
It actually
Yeah.
goes so hard.
Dude.
Yeah, that's
Um,
actually a great call on their part.
To
Profit
be
does
frank,
not miss though.
watching this from contenders, this matter from contenders to Overwatch League, the level of play is just that much higher in Overwatch League. The DPS are actually starting to make, like, Genji blades are starting to go really hard.
True. All right. Moving
Okay.
on. Soul
Thanks.
versus Chengdu Hunters. We said it was going to be a 3-2. It was a 3-0 for Soul. So we predicted it right, but we
Have
or
more
at least we,
faith in
we predicted the
Smurf,
winner
come on
right.
now. Have
Uh,
more faith in Smurf.
Dude,
come on
we
now.
I thought,
yeah.
to be
We had
honest,
to we
I
just had
thought
to
Soul
put
were going to be boomed.
we did have to put some more respect onto Smurf's name. That being said, we
Nice.
did predict the next game that Spark would 3-2 Shanghai Dragons. It was a 3-0, but we can just blame that on Alpha Yi not being there. That's fine. You know.
Hope.
What? Huh? No. Could not be Cope. Could not be Cope. We can just blame it on Alpha Yi not being there, right, guys? Right?
Yeah, something like that.
Sure,
Right.
sure.
Yeah,
Not
let's
like
go with
dragons
that.
are good or anything.
No, like,
No.
yeah,
Can't be.
mid-team
Nacho
at
predicted
best.
them.
Smile.
All right.
Who are you?
That's what I said. That's what I said last week. Someone's gonna come out and absolutely pound on Genji, and his name's Who Are You?
So,
Who?
next game was we got this one exactly right. It was Philly Fusion versus Valiant, 3-2.
Congratulations.
Fusion
The
moment.
next game we got exactly
Fusion
right.
moment.
Guangzhou Charge versus LA Valiant, also a 3-2.
Rip the Valiant.
And then the one we
Yeah.
got partially
Dia
right.
Junker Queen.
Chengdu Hunters versus Philadelphia Fusion. We thought Philadelphia Fusion would show a lot more life and take 2 maps. They did not.
They did not.
They did not.
Oh, shit,
Oh.
that was.
They pulled a typical Philadelphia
Philly
Fusion
fans
moment.
in shambles. You
Well,
love
they
to see it.
played. I watched some of the Fusion matches, and they just played Carpe for some reason.
So
Oh, yeah,
imagine,
Yeah.
they've been
imagine playing Carpe.
Well, just Carpe is not bad, but MN3 is right there.
Even when they
Exactly.
put him MN3, though, to
They
be
didn't
fair,
look.
they
They didn't look
still.
too good with him.
It didn't
Yeah.
matter, but
It still
It
didn't
didn't
look
matter,
good.
dude. Jinmu in the Genji meta. Who knew he'd be
Who
good?
knew
Wow.
Jinmu would be
Jinmu.
good?
Jinmu did well.
You can't count
Shut
Jinmu out in a
up.
Genji meta.
Top
Alright.
10 hit scan all time.
Yeah, dude, that's
Real.
true.
Number 10.
Number 10. Come on now.
You're right.
I mean, that is still in the top 10. So
Yeah, still top 10.
I don't. What's the issue? Where's the problem at? All right.
Fuck you.
Okay, looking at week 3 predictions, though, our first game is Hangzhou Spark versus the Chengdu Hunters. Keeping in mind that Alpha Yi should be back in this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna still give it to Hunters actually.
So am I, actually.
Jim.
I'd say 3-1 or 3-2.
I think
What?
I'll give Spark a map.
Yeah, a map, singular.
A map.
I think
Yo,
we're all
I'm
on the
giving
same.
them 3. What the heck?
I
That's
don't-
crazy.
Blue, you're
I
giving
don't
them. You're
know.
giving them 3 whole maps.
I'm giving them 3 whole maps.
That
believe
means
it or
they'd
not.
win.
That means they'd win, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
It's
No,
not a
it's not
best of
happening.
7. It's not a best of 7 series, silly goose. The first of 3. Come
I'm
on, this is
giving
what do you
them
think
3
this is,
maps.
playoffs?
What do you
Ouch.
mean?
All right, Seoul Dynasty versus LA Valiant.
3-0 Soul.
They're 3 also.
3-0
Bro,
Soul.
Alright,
watch the
cool.
Valiant win. I'll be so mad.
Dude, if Valiant wins
Dude,
that,
Can we talk about Dia Junker Queen?
Yeah,
How
we
it goes,
can.
like, it's really good. Sometimes.
sometimes.
The
Sometimes.
mechanics are insane,
His, yeah,
Well,
but
yeah.
like the tank mentality is not,
Not
there
there.
all the time.
not
Alright.
really there.
So Seoul
Sasha
versus
Green.
Guangzhou.
He pounded Fury first
That's
map.
gotta be another 3-0.
3-0 Soul, I want to say.
I want to say 3-0 Seoul.
Yeah.
All right. Valiant versus Spark. That's another 3-0, right? But for Spark, right? Right, guys?
You know what?
Right,
Dude,
guys?
You're right.
Honestly, do 3-2. It's the Valiant way to lose 3-2. Come on now.
Yeah,
That's
they have
true.
to take 2 maps off you,
Yeah,
That is
they
true.
have to
It is
take
the
2
Valiant way
maps,
to lose
yeah.
3-2.
and then they lay down and let you win. So
Yeah. Exactly.
It's the okay. Shanghai Dragons versus the Philadelphia
3-0.
Fusion.
dude, 3-0
Next.
Fusion.
Next. Okay, dude.
This will be the one the Fusion wins.
You wanna say
Fusion
that
or
one
the
more time?
Kryptonite. One more time with a straight face, Nacho. One
Say-
more
say
time.
it.
I can't do it. No,
All right.
dragons are insane.
Dragons,
Dragons
look
do
really
be
good in
looking
this
kind of
meta.
good. All right, moving on to
Fleta who?
overrated player for real. All right, Philadelphia Fusion versus the Guangzhou Charge.
I
This
had
is tough.
this. I have this as a 3-2 with Charge winning.
I do too,
Ooh,
actually.
I was gonna say the opposite, 3-2 with Philly winning.
Yeah, I was gonna agree with Hockey actually. I don't really know
Well,
why,
well,
other
this
than
is
I just
weird.
can't trust the
This is a
charge.
stalemate.
Dude.
This is
Dude, this is awkward.
you know
This is
what?
really awkward.
You know what? Just put the fusion. I
You know what?
guess,
No,
dude.
I'm not
Honestly.
gonna submit it. Here's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna send a screenshot of this to L5 and just say thoughts.
All right, hold on.
Perfect.
Here, wait.
I'll go get him 1 sec.
Yeah, go get L5. Go get L5. I need him here.
Yeah,
L5 will be
yeah,
our tiebreaker.
alright.
Drag his ass in here.
Yo.
What
Hold
do
on.
you say?
Hey L5,
Hey, King L5.
what do you think?
Mhm.
Hi, King L5.
Probably made some stupid French horn noises. Hold on. Let's see.
Okay, let's just come back to it.
Wait,
Let's
wait.
just come back to it. I don't want to
Wait.
wait.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I got the response from King L5. Blue, please put L5 back on the screen so I can put his response
Dude.
on the screen.
Dude, hockey. Didn't what happened to? I want to go to bed. I'm tired.
Blue,
I
put
wanna
L5.
go
Come on.
to
Blue, put L5 back on the screen right. Oh, look at that. If you see right above his head, it says, I think hockey is right. Oh, look at that.
That is creepy.
Sheesh.
We both know that that's
God,
not true.
L5 is so smart. And
God,
sexy.
he's
So
and
so
talented.
So smart and
smart.
sexy.
Look,
Dude,
look,
L5
Carpe,
is
who's
so-
Carpe
Who's
who?
Carpe
Dude,
Carpe
who?
so
Dude, my
smart
faith lies
and
with
also
Jimmy. Okay. Jimmy, let's go.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
All right,
woo!
so
He's gonna go on the flank.
okay, just kidding. I'm gonna agree. I'm actually gonna change and agree with you guys because I think they put Carpe in, so they have to lose.
Yeah.
All right. After all that, after that
Dude,
whole little
that's
bit, I
crazy.
gotta change it.
That's
Gotta
Doesn't
put-
matter.
Dude, I have to
Fuck
disrespect
fusion.
Carpe's name.
Yeah.
Fusion.
We're an anti-fusion group right here.
Uh,
Every one of us.
Next
Dragons
game,
versus Chengdu.
Dragons versus Chengdu. So Dragons win at least 3 maps.
At least.
At least 3, maybe 4.
I agree. Yes.
I want to say it's a 3-1.
I
think.
would agree 3-1, maybe 3-2. I feel like
I don't think it's gonna be a 3-2.
I think 1. Yeah, 3-1 sounds right.
I think 3-1 is safer. I think Chengdu has the possibility of taking a second map.
That's the possibility, but it's very unlikely.
All right, looking into NA, the one we really care about.
Yeah.
Rain
true.
versus Spitfire.
Oh boy. All right.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. I gotta get the thing ready for DJ here. All right.
All right.
No,
so,
no, I'm
so,
not gonna-
so
I'm gonna
Rain
keep my
versus
composure.
Spitfire. What are we thinking, guys?
Oh, 3-0 Spitfire?
3 Spitfire?
Dude, they're not Paris, okay? They're not Paris. Let's make that.
They're
Yeah,
not
they're not
Paris.
Paris. So 3 Spitfire. DJ, what do you have to say about that?
I don't think it's gonna be a 3-0. I think Speedly's gonna do some Speedly things.
Yeah. Tell me
It
about it.
So at
depends how
least
hard.
3-2.
I'd say this is just like a 3-2 series. I don't know who wins it. I have Atlanta because I'm an Atlanta fan, but I can see it's going London's way easily.
I think
I
it's gonna
just
be a
have-
3-2 series for sure.
I just
If
have
London
very
didn't
high
just
hopes.
Beat the Rain every other time, then I wouldn't
Yeah,
think
that's the
twice
only reason
about
why
this,
I
but
have like London are just rain scripting.
they just
I
yeah,
just
they
think-
always beat them.
I think it might be a 3-2, but I think London's a very strong team.
I think
like-
London takes it to be.
I think they're a strong team. I think, like, yes, Speedily is coming in. There might be some some time to adjust and everything to the league.
Yeah.
They still got Vigilante relatively recently, and even though he looked really good against Paris, like I think there's
That's
there was
against
a huge-
Paris.
It was against Paris, the
there
little
was a
kick W.
like they looked a lot better with Vigilante and over
They did.
Ultraviolet, and I think Vigilante is a very good Brig player. It was also against Paris, so take that with a grain of salt. But
Exactly.
I
I think
I'd lean
then.
London here.
I
Yeah, they're
lean
each
London
gonna have
here.
a new player here. That's pretty cool.
So let's talk about the next game, which is going to be actually probably fairly
Oh,
fire.
Are we gonna have that as a 3-2 with London?
Yeah, 3-2 with London.
I think that's the general consensus.
All right. The next game
Wait, how
is
many C9s do you think are gonna happen in that game?
how many maps are there?
There's a game that's gonna happen on Sunday, which will have more C9s.
All right. Taking a look at the next
okay.
the
I
next
see
game.
it now. I see it now.
Okay,
Yes,
man,
you do.
okay,
All right.
okay.
So, we have the SF Shock versus the New York Excelsior. Now, keep in mind, SF Shock is playing for the record for most most regular season wins in a row, best win streak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be theirs. That's a 3-0 shock.
I have it as a 3-0 shock. I would give New York a map, but I watched them play against
I won't.
Titans last
Guys-
week.
guys,
Yeah, I
what
used
is-
my eyes.
Yeah, I opened my
and
eyes and I
perceived
watched
them.
that match.
What do you-
Yeah.
what do you think the odds are of the complete nightmare scenario for a Shock, and that is Excelsior taking a map off of them?
I think
Depends
the
what New York. It depends what New
Honestly-
York come to play. If it's the one that we saw against Titans, zero chance. If
I
it's the one
think-
we saw against Houston, there's an okay chance.
The weird thing about Shock is they can be extremely dominant and still lose maps to teams that they shouldn't lose maps to, but like
Definitely.
they still just win. You know, so
I'd say 3-0 Shock's
3-0 shock. All
It's
right,
safe.
3-0.
likely.
You don't have to
3-0.
bend my. You don't have to twist my arm, bro. 3-0 shock. On
Okay.
down.
Let's
Washington
go.
Justice versus the Vancouver Titans.
3-0
could be
Titans.
cool.
That's
Nah,
the
I
I
predictions.
think it's
Nope.
another 3-2, but for Titans.
I think it's a 3-2 Washington purely because Washington have never lost to Titans in the franchise history.
That's true. Nope, I gotta give it to DJ. 3-2 Titans.
Okay, but
3-2.
also Toronto had never beaten the Gladiators in franchise history.
Yeah,
until last
exactly,
week.
and they just beat them. On
Yeah,
Sunday.
but don't remember asking.
But it's funnier that the Titans have never beat
That's kind of
Justice.
crazy.
I think it's pretty funny.
yeah,
I
because
think
like
Washington wins that though.
I'd,
Yeah?
Maybe.
I'd say 3-2.
Yeah, 3-2.
Well, like Titans have looked like a lot better, but I think Washington, like, even though they sold a lot of their pieces, like a lot of them even said, like Callius even said, like, yeah, we have nothing to really play for now. Like, we're just gonna say fuck it and just go in and try to
Fuck
win.
it, we ball. Yeah.
Fuck it,
Fuck
we
it, we
ball.
ball.
Yeah.
Honestly, that might be the best thing
2-2.
for them.
It's 2-2. Decay goes on the bench. Fred. Comes
Yeah.
in.
Well, dude, yes.
3-2
Justice.
Justin 3-2
Justice.
Easy. Who Aspire? Who?
All right.
Fred's
Who
crazy.
Who Megalo?
Who
Yeah,
Megalo?
dude, real.
Fred.
Fred.
All right, you guys ready? Ready?
go.
Next
Let's
one.
go.
Toronto Defiant versus the Boston Uprising.
Toronto.
I think that's a Toronto 3-1 or 3-0.
The Boston Mag Rising is going to lose.
Yeah, they're
The
if
Defiant?
they don't put in Punk, easy 3-0. If they put in Punk, 3-1.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Poor Mag. Like, yeah, I'm going to go to a new team, and my first games are against Shock, Dallas, and Toronto. Like,
Yeah,
who
that's
have all
rough.
looked
Those
very
are the
good.
arguably
Who have
the
all looked
top
very
three
good in the
teams.
Joker Queen.
right, right.
all of
Yeah.
them.
Arguably, that's 1, 2, and 3 this stage.
Yeah.
Looking back onto it, the next game after that, I put 3-0 by the way for Toronto.
Okay,
Sure.
That's fair.
very fair.
Game 2 is Paris Eternal, which are going to be extremely good and beat Atlanta Reign. I mean,
Yeah.
the LA Gladiators.
Okay,
The
hear me
Gladiators have
out.
to win this one, right?
Hear me out. 3-1 with Gladiators.
I mean, I believe that too.
I mean,
I think Gladiators have looked pretty down, and while it was a 3-0 for the Reign,
yeah, I don't
Paris
think
didn't look like the worst team NA that week.
I don't think I think the Gladiators are down pretty bad. I don't think they're down bad enough to lose to Paris though.
No, not the series, just a map.
I could see a map.
I could see them losing a
You know,
map.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Alright.
I don't think the Gladiators are
Look-
actually that bad this meta. Like, or, you know, like they just played
They-
really,
they-
really
they
strong
played the
teams.
3 top teams in Houston, like,
And they
who was really good at
Mostly
the
played
time.
them
The 3
close
top
too.
teams
So it's
and
like,
Houston.
Exactly, yeah. They played
Who
all of them
were-
really close. Like,
Houston
Yeah.
really was
Except
also
Toronto.
there. All right. Vancouver Titans versus the Houston Outlaws.
I have this as Titans winning.
I do too.
I want
Yikes.
to agree. 3-2, 3-1.
Houston
I
got
have 3-2.
destroyed by London. Man.
Houston got
yeah,
dismantled.
Dude, mental
was a game I didn't get to watch, so-
broken.
How do you have Pelican merit and still lose to London? They lost. Pelican got diffed by Backbone. By Backbone.
Yo,
Oh my
Backbone,
god.
dude. Backbone came
It
out
was
big dick
bad.
swinging. Dude, Backbone came out
dude,
big dick
Backbone's
swinging, all right?
actually pounding this meta.
Dude,
Oh my god.
That's
Dude,
crazy.
Backbone actually heard us talking shit and was like, hey, yo.
Yeah, honestly. Oh, I can't send for this, mate.
Why
Damn.
is that
No,
Australian?
stop.
Why
Like,
was that Australian?
You it's the London
Brother.
I was
Spitfire,
supposed to
bro.
be British. Actually, I have no idea what he is. But
DJ, Google it right now. Find out. What is he?
he's very British, I think.
is
British.
he British? That's what I thought.
British.
I was trying to be
What,
British.
What?
What a bottle.
What a
Backbone
ball.
is he's British from
He's
the
British.
UK.
All right,
Wait,
DJ, say something.
bruv.
Say something in
When
British
you
for me right now.
I will not be saying anything in any kind of British accent.
No.
That's
No.
good. You're an American. Don't forget it.
USA. USA.
1776. Tea in the harbor, etc., etc. So,
Fucking
London
dumb.
Spitfire versus Washington Justice.
I have
Spitfire.
this as a 3-1 or
3-1.
3-2 with Justice winning.
I have
What?
London
Huh?
winning.
You have
Yeah, I
London?
would say London.
I would
I
say
have
London
London winning.
3-1.
I think London's a very strong team.
London looked really good though, so I can't really argue.
Yeah, like I'd say 3-2 is pretty realistic, but yeah, I think London's just
Again,
a very strong team.
Fucking Fred from marketing. You can't forget
Fred
Fred.
from
Okay, look,
marketing.
Fred
bring in
factor.
Fred from
Yeah,
marketing
okay,
for
Fred
game
from
three,
marketing's
it's
great,
done.
but
It's
also
done.
there's an
It's
entire
Yeah.
hottie on the other side of the playing field, and that's just sorry, hottie.
I think you're discounting Fred. Honestly, sleeping
Did
on
you
him.
see? Did you guys see it?
DJ
Hottie, he posted a picture of him like in the gym, and it said like no pictures.
Yeah,
Had
dude.
no
allowed to be
pictures.
taken. Yeah,
We're
no
on
pictures.
the
Yeah.
mirror, and
Just-
he was.
yeah,
was-
He did not
like,
care.
Dude,
Too
hottie
insane.
does not care. Hottie
Yeah.
actually went insano mode there.
The actual prototype, the
Okay.
ideal male physique.
Here's the series. That
What
I
is
was
Hottie's
talking
Twitter, by the way?
about. Hottie
It's like
underscore W.
IDOW.
I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, I just want to pull up that picture of Hottie because
There are nipples involved.
sheesh.
I don't know YouTube's policy on nipples.
It's man nipples. You're fine.
That's
Okay.
fine.
If you see
Bruh.
over here to the right, it
I
says this is a
Camera
camera-free
free.
zone.
Yeah.
Hottie does not care. Dude, there's a dude in the back that's just like he's just vibing.
Yeah.
go off, King.
Pop off king.
Hottie do be going
Might
hard.
post more even.
Dude, feel free
One
to
wasn't enough.
dude, feel free to screenshot. This pic goes hard.
hard.
That
All right.
hockey posted.
Okay.
Huh?
Here's the series. Just talking about that. Talking about the next series.
Houston Outlaws versus the Atlanta Rain.
The Atlanta Pain. They bring
Okay,
me nothing but pain.
I just want to put DJ's face on the screen for this one. You know what? I'm gonna do it even better. There we go, DJ. You have the stage, front and center.
I have Rain winning in 5 maps. That's all. I think
know
that
what?
Speedily is going to
Yeah.
do good.
Please
I
tell me
think
more.
that there will be a total of like 6 C9s in this series somehow,
Hmm.
because both of these teams are just scared of the objective. But I think that Rain has a stronger roster, and that's what I'm basing it off. Which is crazy to say because Merritt Pelican versus Kai Speedily. That should be a DPS matchup that pounds.
I mean, the
Should be.
last game between these two, wasn't it the he like Piggy shattered their router, you know, they have no cameras or anything for a bit.
Yeah.
And
So I think
they win via
Uh,
C9. Let's go.
27-minute pause, was it?
It's 29:47.
so I
Is
say
that it?
47. I think so.
as much as I hate to admit it, as much as I hate to agree with DJ ever, I agree with DJ. I think
Because
Rain
I'm
wins.
black.
No, it's because you're
Whoa,
stupid.
whoa.
Yeah.
He's a known racist. We already know
It's
this.
purely
Huh?
a mental gap.
Yeah, it's just a
Mental
mental gap.
Dude, I've ran in 4. I don't know what you guys mean.
I think Speedily is gonna come in this series. He might look shaky on the first, kind of like King did. This series is the one where I really expect Speedily to like show off how good he is and why he deserves to be in Overwatch League.
Agreed.
Okay, but what if Nero still plays? Because Nero's so fucking sexy. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm
Now
sorry. They have an
watch the-
entire
Pretty
Speedily.
sexy.
Dude.
Watch Speedily just come in and play the Junker Queen for a map and it not work at all.
Dude, watch
Oh
Speedily
my
just
God.
randomly play hit scan and they bench Kai.
There's so many things that
Bad.
could. There's so many things that could go wrong here.
He's just gonna force echo one of the maps.
Real. So I want to bring up this last match here because I think we are we agreeing that Rain 3-2 Houston.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
All right. Last match is Dallas Fuel versus the Florida Mayhem.
3-0 or 3-1 fuel.
I put 3-0.
Yeah.
3-0.
All right, cool. Saving the
Fuel are
predictions.
just too good.
Fuel
This
did
meta.
kind of good.
In this meta.
Yeah,
Wow,
specifically
in
this
a
meta.
where you all have to stay grouped up together and you play as a
Death
one-man
ball,
unit.
death ball.
And you have historically one of the best mechanical tank players on your team.
Yeah, you probably have
And
the best
Hanbin.
Joker Queen.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, this fuel team's unstoppable right now, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, if you did not see the post from Melanie who is looking for team as a social media manager, about the Myeonbong release. It is very fire. Nacho will link it
this
in the
one?
description.
Oh my god.
Unless, do you guys want me to play it right now on stream? It's only 11
Yeah,
seconds.
just play it. Just
It's a good
play it,
one.
yeah.
It's
All
too
right,
good.
Do you want me to sound or no sound?
It's especially
Yeah, no, you need the sound for this.
All right,
Yeah.
here we go. 11 seconds. Here we go. It's on your screen right now. There you go.
it's
There you
too
guys
good,
go.
especially since it came from her.
Real. All right. Cool.
I think that's it.
Is that everything? There's no way we got through everything in what? Hold on, let me see. We're currently sitting at 50 minutes and 25 seconds.
Wow,
He's
that's
tired,
crazy.
And it's like, dude, are you guys sure?
You guys want to
Hey.
start talking about Goku in
You wanna play
Fortnite?
it?
That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Dude, Goku, dude, I watched Moist Critical play. Sheesh.
I bought Goku, and it's funny to watch him hit the gritty.
Dude, I had a kid. I had a kid hit the gritty on me while I was ice skating today.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
I was at a red light in my car, and some dude pulled up next to me and asked if I bought Goku in Fortnite. Oh, and not even kidding. He looked like he was like a 30-year-old stoner. This is like the best memory I'm gonna have of Fortnite now.
I had him pull up next to you.
Well, you're dumb.
Yes.
Next
And?
question.
Next question. I don't think I have any more questions.
Anyways.
I do want to know where Blue's jar is for his Vaporeon, because I do know he has a jar for it.
Oh, I have a Vaporeon Pokemon card in it right now, but it doesn't fit that Vaporeon. Someone measured got the dimensions wrong. I don't know, man.
Bummer.
To the best of
Bummer.
us.
Hope you
Bummer.
find a new jar.
Can we
As well as
give a nice
05.
salute to that Vaporeon
Yeah.
for our fallen soldier?
All right.
All right, is
That'll
that
do
it?
it for us then.
Nacho, wrap us up.
Yeah, once again, follow the Twitter, subscribe here. Oh, dude, we actually we have like what 40 some subscribers, which is pretty
Pog.
awesome. Yeah,
Disappointed in you
I
guys.
expected like 5, so
Yeah,
very
and we have
cool.
people
Thank
like
you.
actually watching our videos, which is crazy.
Thank you so much for that. And
If-
yeah,
If you
keep
made it
doing
this if you made it this far, leave a comment about Nacho. Leave one
Yeah.
comment about Nacho, positive
Just give
or
me your
negative.
unbridled opinion.
Positive
Just
or
give me
negative.
initial thoughts.
Specifically negative.
It wasn't
Specifically
that
negative.
negative.
long.
Those of you that only made it halfway through, say something positive. Those of you that made it all the way through, say something negative.
Be
Say some-
racist. Don't actually be racist. That
Don't
was
be
a joke.
racist.
Don't be racist. That'd be
No.
weird.
Don't
Yeah,
do that.
only we get
Yeah,
to be
wouldn't
racist.
it be?
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
that's what I like to hear.
Excuse me?
All right, everyone say the worst slur you can think of.
All right.
Filipino.
Ready? Wait. On the countdown from 3. 3, 2, 1.